Today we're going to do the booklet on raising power to a power. First of all, we have 2 cubed and all of that raised to another power squared. So what we're going to do is we're going to square all the stuff in the parentheses. So that means we're going to do 2 cubed times 2 cubed. Right? We could stop right there if you see the multiplication rule and just add them together like we've had before, or you could expand it even further and do 2 times 2 times 2, that's 1 2 cubed, times 2 times 2 times 2. That'll really show you, make it easy, that it's 2 to the 6th power, which is 64. Okay, let's look at another. We're raising x squared to another power to the 4th. So what that means is we have x squared times x squared times x squared times x squared. See how that works? So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8. This is x to the 8th. I wonder if there's a relationship between 2 and 4. See if you find the pattern. Okay, so let's do 2 more. So now we're raising everything in those parentheses to the 2nd power. So that means we've got x squared times y cubed times x squared times y cubed. And if you remember how we combine those, well, we've got our x's. That will give us x to the 4th. And we've got our y's, which will give us y to the 6th. So this is x to the 4th, y to the 6th. Okay, I wonder if 2 and 2 and 3 and 2 have a relationship. Let's see if you can figure it out on your own. Then we're going to raise everything to the 3rd power this time, everything in those parentheses. So that means we have x to the 4th over y squared times x to the 4th over y squared times x to the 4th over y squared. And hopefully we're getting good at this, where you realize if you multiply all the tops together, that will give us x to the 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is 12, and y to the 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 6. So I wonder if 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 have a relationship. So what I need you to do is pause, work out the rest of them, and then we'll come back and hopefully you catch on to the pattern and write the rule by yourself. Alright, welcome back. So here we go. I did 3 squared 3 different times because that was the 3rd exponent. 3 squared, 3 squared, 3 squared. That gave me 3 to the 6th, which is 729. I had to use my calculator for that, which is fine. I had x to the 4th 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That gave me 4 plus 4 plus 4, x to the 12th. Do you see 4 and 3? I wonder what makes that 12. Then I had everything in the parentheses squared. So x squared, x cubed, x squared, x cubed, and that gave me 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 3 is 10. Or you could have noticed that the x squared and x cubed, if you put those together first, that gives you x to the 5th, and then square it, x to the 5th, x to the 5th, to give you x to the 10th. So there's a lot of options. And then our last one, this whole thing in the parentheses was done 3 times. X squared, y cubed, x to the, or z to the 4th. There's a 2nd time, there's a 3rd time, and then I just put it together. X squared, squared, and squared gave me x to the 6th. Y cubed, cubed, cubed gave me y to the 9th. And z to the 4th, to the 4th, to the 4th gave me z to the 12th. So hopefully you noticed that if you raise a power to another power, you get to multiply m times n. So in words, when we raise one power to another, we multiply exponents. Okay, I've got a lot of examples for you. So number 1, we're going to raise this a squared b cubed to the 5th by multiplication. We're going to do them separately. So everything in the parentheses gets raised to the 5th power. So that means a squared to the fifth and b cubed to the fifth. Okay, what that means that we just learned is we multiply. So a to the 2 times 5 and b to the 3 times 5. So what's that give us? A to the 10th, b to the 15th. Okay, those are more steps than you have to, but I'm trying to be real specific. Then again, we raise everything to the second power. So that means we raise 3 to the second power. We raise m to the fourth to the second, so we multiply and we get m to the eighth, and n cubed and to the second power, so that's n to the 3 times 2, which is 6. And we just got to clean up that 3 squared. So the 3 squared gives us 9. We got m to the 8th, n to the 6th. Okay, and then now we do the same thing. We raise this 2 to everything and we in the parentheses. So that means we get a squared over b squared. That one was kind of easy. Then we do the same thing, but now we're doing m cubed squared. So that's m cubed squared, which is, since we're raising power to a power, we multiply m to the 6th over n squared squared. It's 2 times 2, n to the 4th. All right, so now we got 3. So we're raising power to a power. I'm going to go outside in because I think that'll be easier. I'm going to square that 2. So this gives us 3 squared to the 4th. And then now I'm going to bring that 4th in. So I'm going to do 3 to the 2 times 4, which is 8. 3 to the 8th I need my calculator for. 6561. Remember, when you can do it all the way, you should. 6561. Okay, now again, I'm going to raise everything to the 4th power. This, 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 and this. Every single one of those terms to the 4th power. So 3 to the 4th. Then we've got m to the 5th to the 4th. Remember, we multiply. 5 times 4 is 20. R to the 3 times 4 gives us r to the 12th. 4 to the 4th. And p to the 8th to the 4th. So that's 8 times 4. P to the 32. Okay, now we just got to clean up the numbers a little bit because we can. 3 to the 4th is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 81. You may need your calculator. Maybe you're as good as me. Maybe not. R to the 12th. So that's all copying. And then 4 to the 4th, 256. And we still got P to the 32. Okay? Then number 7. So I'm going to do my power to a power stuff first. So I'm going to try and reduce my parentheses. So this turns into P to the 20th, right? We multiply power to a power. R to the 2 to the 4, that gives us R to the 8th, again, power to a power. Then we have negative 7, be careful, negative 7 squared, all of that squared. P cubed squared and R to the 4th squared. So when we do negative 7 squared, I want to put my parenthesis around it. We got P cubed squared, again we multiply, so that's P to the 6th. We're multiplying again, R to the 4th squared, R to the 8th. And this one doesn't have an exponent, so I'm just going to copy it. 6P R cubed. Okay, then I'm going to do my numbers. So I've got negative 7 squared, which is 49. And then we've got times 6. So 49 times 6, so 294. There's all my numbers. Now I'm going to combine my p's. So I got p to the 20th, p to the 6th, and another p. Remember, there's p to the 1st. So since we're multiplying now, we're not raising power to a power. We got 20 plus 6 plus 1. That's p to the 27. And finally, we've got our r's. R to the 8th, r to the 8th, r cubed. We're multiplying now. We're not raising power to a power. So this is r to the 16th plus 3 more, r to the 19th. Okay, So there's my final answer, all that junk. Okay, again, same thing. We're going to try and use the parentheses first. We're going to raise everything to the third, and we're going to do this double parenthesis. We're going to square that. So I've got 5 to the third. Okay, power to a power. This is to the sixth. I multiplied. And m to the third. Over here, I've got 4k m to the fourth, and also to the fourth. I dealt with that 2 squared first. Then I'm going to bring that fourth into everything. So I'm going to bring my 4 to the fourth, k to the fourth, m to the fourth to the fourth. So let me copy this part down. I don't 5 cubed, k to the sixth, m cubed, and this is now 4 to the fourth, k to the fourth, and m, again, power to a power, I multiply to the 16th. Now I need to do the numbers. So 5 cubed is 125. 4 to the fourth, I think we just did that. That was 256. So there are my numbers. I got my k's, k to the sixth, k to the fourth. I'm multiplying now, so I add k to the 10th. And then m's, m cubed, m to the 16th. I'm multiplying, so I add m to the 19th. Now all I got to do is clean this part up. 3200, k to the 10th, m to the 19th.